back to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Thuy Phan. Before the break, we got to make some beautiful Thai pineapple fried rice, and in this segment, I'll show you how to make a very simple Italian dessert called biscotti. And I think it's something a lot of you have had in the past at a coffee shop or somewhere at a bookstore because it goes really well with coffee. And it's a twice-baked cookie, and that's why it makes it a little bit special because it's crunchy, but when you dip it into coffee, it still holds its shape. So it's a really simple dessert, and I'll show you how to make. This is an almond biscotti. So what we'll do first here is put the almonds on a baking sheet with parchment paper, and we'll toast it at 300 degrees for about 15 minutes, and we just have to turn it about twice. So now that we have the almonds in the oven, we'll take this time to put all the other ingredients together. So we will add the 1 cup of light brown sugar into a bowl, 2 cups and 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. Add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then our 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we will give this a light whisk. So to this mixture, I'll add 1/4 cup of unsalted cold butter. And this is diced into cubes, so it's easier to mix together. And this here is a pastry cutter. And you could use this or 2 forks. That will work too, but this will make life easier. Put it in. And then what you do is you will cut the butter into the flour. And now it's kind of like a crumbly mixture, and that's what you're looking for. It's incorporated, the butter is well incorporated. We'll set this aside. In a separate bowl, what I'll do is add 3 eggs in our oil. 3 eggs. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And this will whisk. What we'll do next is add the flour mixture into here and mix it with a wooden spoon. And you mix it all together. So after your almonds have cooled, you want to give it a rough chop for 1 cup of it, and then we'll set aside about a 1/4 cup that we'll chop really finely so that we can dip it later on. Okay, so now what you do is you want to put some flour in your hands. And you will need this for just a little bit, just to lightly flour the surface. If it's sticky, you can add a little bit more flour. This is good. And now what you want to do is split this into 2, and then we will shape it into logs. Okay, and to make the egg wash is really simple. You do 1 tablespoon of milk, and then 1 egg. Okay. And then we will put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 25 minutes, And then what we'll do after that is we take it out, we slice it, and then we put it back in the oven for another 9 minutes. And then we turn it and then another 9 minutes. So then that's why it's called twice baked. So then it's crispy from all ends. So you want to cut this at a diagonal. So this is probably the biscotti that you recognize. It would look something like this. It's always pretty cool to start seeing what you're making like start to take shape, because when you just saw it as a log, I don't think you thought, oh, that's biscotti. But now as I start to cut it, I think it looks more familiar to you and to me too, so that's a good thing. Okay, and back to the oven this goes. Okay, this biscotti is fresh out of the oven. And what we'll do now is we will put them on a drying rack or cooling rack and let them cool down. And once they cool down, we will melt the chocolate and then start dipping them, and then they'll be ready to go. Dip, roll. And then let it cool. As you can tell, I'm not being super exact about this or super OCD about how it looks, because I feel that's kind of the rustic quality of it, just kind of really natural and such. Now our biscotti is all done and it's all coated and cured and beautiful. I have here a nice little cup of coffee and it smells wonderful. Yum. Like that with. That's really good. It's crunchy, but it won't break my teeth like some of the other types of biscotti. The almonds, the chocolate, wow, that's yum. And you can dip it. Wow, that's really good. Wash it down. Delicious. Thank you so much for joining us here on Phantastic Feast. Hopefully you come again next time. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me at phantasticfeast@gmail.com. Until next time, thanks for joining us.